Welcome back, everybody. Mr. Llama is here, and I am going to do yet another winning in 48 PM or less. This is once again PvZ defending against the 7 pool, but this time we're going to go with the gate expand. And the reason I do this is because I know the gate expand is kind of coming back into style for some players. Plus, in lower leagues, I know a lot of players aren't quite, they don't feel comfortable with having a forward fast expand. So giving them the gate expand option as well and how to defend it, I feel, is just something that needs to be done. That's just something necessary. So in this, it's basically pretty much going to be even easier, but make sure you get that scout after that 9 pylon. I mean, I don't know why some people don't scout with that probe after 9. It just bugs me. This is the exact reason that you are scouting, for any chance of this happening, as well as, blocking, stuff like that, especially if it's a 4-player map. Then, you want to be sure you can get there at least in some decent time if you do scout them last. But even on 2-player maps, you can get over there, you can block anything that's going down, you can harass a bit, you can check for the early pool. I mean, it's just so good to send that probe over there. And it really doesn't hurt you back home or anything like that. So I'm going to be sending out my probe and getting a 13 gate. And when I do get over here, I actually see that he has a pool, so instead of getting the gateway, I'm going to come home, select this guy, and build a forge. And the reason that was a tiny bit delayed is because I was having some terrain difficulty over there trying to set it. So I'm just going to simply build the forge, very, very easy, and then I will add a gateway on as well. So you know what, if you do build a gateway first because you didn't quite check your probe in time, that's fine. Just add on the forge right after that. You will be completely fine if you do it in the wrong order as well. The big thing that I want to say though is get your forge. So many players try and do they'll either just keep going with a 1-gate cybernetics core and they'll just wall off. That's not going to work. Or they'll go with a 2-gate to wall off. That also is not going to work. So I don't know why I pulled 2 probes over there. I do apologize for that. But yeah, 2 gates doesn't work very often. I mean, there are players who are at the top level who I think could pull it off. But I know when I 7-pooled, I used to 7-pool a decent amount when gate expands were popular because it was very strong and nobody could react to it. And it was so strong with the when they would 2-gate, it didn't matter at all. So here I'm going to be able to once again just go ahead and continue to block off. And you just want to be annoying like this. So you know what? Even if you can't wall in like that right there, and that's simply just going to be another pylon. But even if you cannot simply wall in right there, this works out nicely on Ohana, but let's say you're on a map where you can't do that, you could put more pylons in to wall it off or something. So or you could throw a gateway and a pylon down to keep that wall. Basically, you just want to make sure that you continue to maintain that wall. I had the cannon up, so I would have been able to kill off a lot of links, but as you can see, he invested a ton into links right there. So this now puts me in such a great position. As you can see, I have so many probes right here. I'm going to go ahead and start my gas as well. And it's just it's almost unfair for him at this point because he's so far behind. If we look at the worker count, 19-8. That's, what's he going to do with that? Those lings are now basically useless. He could try and convert it into a baneling bus, but remember he only has 8 drones, 1 for gas. That makes 7 drones, 3 on that. He has 4 guys on minerals, 3 guys on gas. It's just it puts him in a horrible position at this point if that does fail. So this is the very, very basic counter to the 7 pool. Get that forge up so quickly, and then you can just move right along. I'm just going to start pumping out some zealots right here. Don't get supply blocked like I did right there. That was just temporary. And then also start your warp gate research on time. I didn't have the gas for it, so that was my problem. So now I can just move right along, and once again I'm just going to go into a very generic 4-gate. You can honestly do, as I said before, anything you want coming out of this. I just go for the 4-gate because it's pretty simple and it's pretty easy and it does a ton of damage, and they can't really hold it or anything like that. But you don't even have to do that. Maybe I don't even go for 4. Maybe I just do a 2-gate. Yeah, maybe that's it. Oh, I do throw down additional gateways. There we go. I'm not even sure I use those really. Honestly, with those 2 gates, I could have been fine. I probably could have expanded off of that, and then thrown up a little wall, and then been in an even better position. So if you don't like going for a 4-gate off of this, or if you prefer to simply, so I just do it with the 2 gates. These won't even finish right here, really. I can just move forward, basically attack into it, and even if he has a couple spines up, 2, 3 spines, whatever here. That's not a major worry. He's worried about DTs, it looks like, or some void rays or something like that. He's going to try and throw up spines. But, I mean, really, it's not going to be of any use to him no matter what here. He's pretty much in a terrible position, and then I can just start warping in more units, of course, behind, and just be in a great position. So if you are able to hold it off, which you should be able to so easily, just get that forge up. And like I said, you can get that forge up even after that gateway. Then you'll be completely fine. Now let's say this is, for some reason, a 4-player map, and you can't scout him. You scout him like second, and so it'd be late. Still throw that forge up, and you'll be fine. All you have to do is block and delay, right? So, like I had thrown up that pylon right there, now you can block with the gateway. Now you can, just block with everything you can until you can get this cannon up. And then once you get the cannon up, you win. Because once they're attacking at buildings and this cannon's firing away, the game's over. So this happened to be a 2-player map. I was just kind of picking maps. The last one was a 4-player map. So don't worry, crazy amount about that. But yeah, you just want to make sure cannon goes up and that his Zerglings are blocked out, and then you're totally fine. And even if a few Zerglings do sneak in, like 3 or 4 Zerglings sneak in, all your probes, of course, can deal with that. And it shouldn't be too much. He'll be a little annoying. Stuff may harass you, but it really won't be a crazy amount to just, mineral walk away, half your workers over here, and then back to attack them if necessary, whatever it is. So it's pretty simple either way. But yeah, my name's MrLlama. I hope you guys can learn something from this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.